So last week I released a video entitled 10 Things That I Learned After 10 Years as a Dating Instructor. And I got some incredible feedback from the video. So I wanted to thank everybody who watched it and sent those awesome comments and everything. It really means a lot to me and inspires me to keep making more videos and also give you guys more of what you want. But what I did at the end of the video was I asked a question. I said, which one of these 10 lessons that I shared do you want to hear more about? The lesson that you guys said you wanted to hear more about was the second lesson, which is nobody cares about how great you are with women. They only care how you make them feel. So what I wanted to do in this video was talk about how to make other people feel good, which is a hugely important skill to have. It's so important. Also one of those things that we absolutely should have been taught in school, and it's something that even when you go to learn dating advice and dating skills that you don't really get this stuff. And what I want to do in this video is give you 10 qualities to make people feel amazing around you. I've done a lot of studying and research on happiness. I think if you want to be more happy, you have to study happiness, right? It's something that I learned from Jim Rohn. And most of the studies that I've found, the biggest indicator of happiness that I've seen from my research is quality relationships. That's why I got into this stuff. That's why most guys get into this. They want to have more great quality friends. They want to meet a great girl. They want to have great times with women, and they want to have a connection with people. I know that myself back in the day, I was extremely depressed. And the biggest reason why I was depressed was because I was so lonely. I didn't really have many friends. There was a point where I had almost no friends in my life, and I was completely invisible to women, had them nowhere near me. They didn't want anything to do with me. And when I think back to that time in my life, it was the lowest point. I made a promise to myself to do whatever it took to become that great person that I wanted to be and to become the person that people really wanted to be around. It's crazy that I used to be super lonely and super depressed, and now I have so many loving, amazing people in my life, but it was a lot of work. And I want to talk about the qualities and the things that you need to do and you need to embody if you want to attract quality people into your life, men and women as well. Before we jump into those 10 qualities, I want to talk about the golden rule, which actually is the golden rule. This is one of the earliest things I learned in my life. It's actually from the Bible, and don't worry, I'm not going to get preachy and I'm not pushing any religion or anything on you, but the golden rule states that you should do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And it seems like a very simple concept, but think about it. How many people do you really know that embody this quality? How many people treat people like they would like to be treated? I can't tell you how many times I see people ignoring certain people or looking down on them or treating them poorly, and yet they expect to be treated great. They expect to have people do things for them. If you think about the golden rule, it applies to so many areas of life, especially dating, right? It would be awesome if a woman approached us, if she was fun, if she was interesting, if she asked for your number, if she asked you out on a date and she, was really cool and awesome, right? That would be great. And yeah, you're going to find some awesome chicks, but usually they're not going to do the pursuing and all those other things. So I have no problem living the golden rule and putting forward what I would like to have out of somebody else. My buddy just shared with me a quote earlier today. I don't know the exact quote, but it was something along the lines of, you can't find the person that you want in your life until you become that person yourself. So the biggest takeaway about the golden rule, and always to live by, is that treat people how you want to be treated. And let's hop into those 10 qualities to make people feel great around you. And they all are pretty much embodiments of the golden rule. The first quality about somebody that you love to be around is they want you to win, and they help you win. Not only do they want you to do great, they want you to be super successful, but they help you in any way that they can. They selflessly help you get what you want because they truly know that if they help you and they help change your life, then you're going to be a friend for life. You're going to be there when they need you as well too. There is a payoff to this stuff. Now, I don't necessarily think you should be motivated by the payoff that you get. I believe that if you give and share and help people win and be a great person to other people, you're not always going to get something back. But when you do, you're going to get so much love and so many great things back. So it's worth helping think about what people want, right? When you're in an interaction with somebody, think about what their goals are. Think about what they want to accomplish and how you could help them get what they want. The second quality is somebody who is genuinely interested in you. How many people have you sat down to talk with and they're just nodding their head and they can't wait to now one up you, or they can't wait to share something about what they have going on, but they're not necessarily listening to what you have to say. They're not giving you props. They don't want to hear more about your stories. They don't want you to tell you something awesome and be like, man, that is incredible. I can't believe you shared that with me, right? And when you're with somebody who does not have genuine interest in you, you don't wind up sharing as much. You don't wind up being yourself. You don't wind up opening up. So if you want people to open up and invest in you and share with you and really have a connection with you, then you need to have a genuine interest in them, what they want to accomplish, and what they're telling you about. The third quality about people that you love to be around is they're fun and they're funny. Okay, they have a sense of humor. They like to have a great time. Nothing's worse than somebody who's too dead serious and too boring and can't have any fun or make light of anything. There's way too much serious stuff going on in life. So you want to be fun, you want to be funny, and you want to give people good emotions when you're around them. This is so, so huge. The fourth quality of somebody that you love to be around is that they're accepting. They don't judge you. They're not overly critical about what you're doing. They're not always looking to nitpick everything that you're doing and give you unsolicited feedback on it. You want somebody who is going to listen to what you have to say and be okay that you messed up. Know that we all mess up, right? And be accepting of what you're doing, not trying to judge you and criticize you and tell you what you're doing wrong or speak down to you or anything like that. Now, there's definitely a time and place, like I said, to help people and to share knowledge and to help make a positive impact in their life, but it's when they ask for it. It's when they need the help and you're there for them. If you have a suggestion you want to give somebody, phrasing it the right way, telling them, hey, look, I have an idea for you and a suggestion for you. If you're open to hearing it, let me know. And if they say yes, then share something with them. But don't criticize and put them down and judge what they're doing, because look, not everybody's on the same path and everybody is at different points in their journey. And at the end of the day, everybody's doing the best that they can with the skills and the knowledge that they have. The fifth quality of somebody you love to be around is somebody who is knowledgeable. We all like to be around somebody that we could learn something, somebody who's interesting and has some experience. If somebody is wise, is knowledgeable, then that's somebody that we really, really, really want to be around because we learned something when we're with that person. So if you want to become that person, read books, travel, go after great experiences, try new things, be the person who has experience and can share and give somebody a picture of what you've done and give them a picture of something new to encourage them and inspire them to be greater and try new things themselves. The sixth quality of somebody that you love to be around is that they are open, they're honest, and they're transparent. They're not passive aggressive. They don't hold things inside. And when you're talking with somebody and you just don't know what's on their mind, it drives you nuts. You can never build a connection with somebody who doesn't speak their mind and doesn't tell you how they feel. So sharing your feelings with people is so, so crucial. It's crucial for friends. It's also crucial with women, especially in relationships. If something is bothering you, you need to address it right away. If you feel a certain way, also, if you want to, not even if something's bothering you, right? If you have something that you appreciate about other people. So a great compliment that I get from my friends, which I really appreciate, is they tell me that I give really good compliments. And what I tell them is that, look, if I don't like you, I'm not giving you a compliment. I'm not an ass kisser. I've never been my entire life. But if someone genuinely deserves my praise and a compliment and they do something for me, or they just do something that inspires me, or whatever it may be, there's a lot of things that I can appreciate about people. I have a lot of appreciation and gratitude for the people in my life. And when I have that, I'm open, I'm honest, and I tell them. And they really, really, really appreciate that. And then on the other side, like I said, if somebody's doing something that bothers you, you have to tell them there in that moment rather than hold on to it, be passive aggressive, and have it fester and bother you over a long period of time. The seventh quality of someone that you love to be around is that they're loving. Not only are they giving love and praise and they're very loving towards you, but they're also loving towards themselves. Like I mentioned in my other video, the 10 things that I learned was that you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else, right? You can't give somebody what you don't have. So you have to show a lot of self-respect and a lot of love for yourself, even if you don't have the goals that you want, right? A lot of us say when we get that goal, then we can love ourselves and be respectful and think of ourselves really highly. But the truth is, even if you're working towards the goals in your life, You need to have love and respect for yourself just for working towards it. Think about all the things you've already done and that you've accomplished in your life. Think about all the things that you're grateful for. If you think of those and focus on them, then you can have a lot of love for yourself. And when you have that, you're full, you have peace, you're very centered, and you could love and share things with other people. The eighth quality about somebody that you love to be around is that they are flexible. There's a psychology called neuro-linguistic programming. I'm not going to jump super into it, but one of the 4 pillars of NLP is behavioral flexibility. And what that means is whoever has the most flexibility in a situation has the most power. So if somebody wants to do something new, okay, let's give it a try, right? If somebody has a different way of looking at something, this kind of ties into acceptance as well too, right? If they want to try something new, well, I've never tried it before, but let me give it a shot. Let me be open-minded and try new things. The richest people that I know in life that have the richest experience were always flexible to try and do new things. I know back in the day, I was super stubborn, super rigid. We actually took a test back in the day, me and some of my family members, and I scored the lowest on the spontaneity chart. And I noticed that right there. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be like this anymore. And then I started to travel all over the place, take new opportunities, try new things, and you get introduced to things that are new that you didn't even know that you were going to be really into. There's so many things to try and taste and do and experience in life. So you want to be flexible to see things from other people's point of view and to try new things in your life as well too. Nobody likes a rigid, stubborn person. The 9th quality of people that you love to be around is that they are positive. Okay, look, we all have negative things going on. We have negative things in our mind that pop up, excuses and bad beliefs that try to prevent us from doing things. But people that you love to be around, they share those things sometimes, but overall, they look at the positive side of things. Okay, it goes back to that simple phrase, right? The glass is either half empty or half full, right? And you always want to be the person who's looking at the positive side, right? Acknowledging that the negative's there, and it's okay, but what can you learn from that? And what is your game plan to turn the negative into a positive? So the more you can look at the positive side of things, bring positive, good emotions to people, people are going to love to be around you. No one wants to be around a Debbie Downer or a negative Nancy, okay? And the 10th quality of people that you love to be around is that they're humble. I can't think of anybody that brags and has such a huge ego and thinks they're super awesome that I love to be around. It's a quality that I don't know where guys get this from. Guys are always trying to one-up each other and say, oh, you did this, well, I did that, and I did this. And they want to brag and talk about, back to what I said earlier, the chicks you were with or how awesome I am. Nobody cares about that, right? Nobody cares about how great you think you are and all this stuff. They care about how you make them feel. And when you could put those things aside and say, I don't need to brag. I'm going to lead with my actions, with who I am, and how can I serve and how can I help you? If you become that person, you are going to get invited to places. People are going to bend over backwards to do things for you, and you're going to make quality, loving relationships with high quality people. Because if you really want high quality people in your life, men and women, you have to embody these characteristics. Because if you don't, they're not going to accept anything less, and you shouldn't either. So that was the 10 things, and I sat and thought about this list for a bit, right? What are 10 things that are really important to embody to be somebody that makes other people feel good and that people love to be around? So this was the 10 things that I picked to focus on, and to be honest, there's so much more. There's so many great qualities that you can possess, but I would definitely start with these 10 things and have a true assessment of yourself. Think, what areas can I improve on? Just pick one of these characteristics that you want to start to incorporate into your life and make a part of your personality and start to implement it in your day-to-day activities. And just like the other video that I made, if there's any one of these 10 things that you want to hear more about, please feel free to comment, to email me, or let me know what you want to hear more about. Like I said, I got great feedback from that last video. I want to thank you guys so much for giving that great positive reinforcement for me to continue to put out these videos and help you guys out. So if there's anything that you want to hear more about, just comment below. Let me know what it is. Make yourself the best you can be.